Testing, testing.
Thank you for that wonderful music. Yeah, what a way to enliven us in this morning. So welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Cultural Coast. My name is Richard Houston, and I'm one of your licensed practitioners. And I'm so excited that you're all here today. What a wonderful day to be together, even despite, I think the wind is starting to come up. And welcome to those online. We're happy to have you with us either here in the present moment or at a future time at your liking. So we're blessed by your presence also. So yeah, I think we're probably going to have to do that. Anyways, for today's talk is going to be about cause and effect. And I won't go too much into Theresa's topic, but I did want to talk a little bit about, for me, that really reminds me of the law of attraction and the idea that our thoughts and our beliefs really shape our reality. Just like it is in this moment, we're being shaped by the wind. All right. So, and for me, what that means is I've come up through both Unity and Science of Mind. Really, one of my stories around that was, I remember back in 2008, having bought a house in California, right at the peak, on the water, and thought it was going to be an amazing thing. And come to find out, it was a money pit. And then there was no way to sell it. So finally did hold the thought, though, that that it would sell, and I, at a minimum, would sell it for exactly what my loan was and move on. That was my decision back then. And so it took a little bit of effort, but got there, did it. And my wife at the time, as soon as we got out, we didn't even have enough money to get a rental. We were short. We were down to like almost no funds after selling that and taking the loss. So we borrowed some money, rented a place to live, and I said to my wife at the time, we're going to be buying a new house 1 year from now, and we'll be living in it. That was the idea of holding the vision for the cause and effect and really shaping one life. And then, exactly a year later, first off, she just yelled at me like, what the heck are you thinking? And I said, hold me to it. It's going to be true. And it was. Found a new job. We moved to a new area in Auburn, California, and which is one thing she wanted to do at the time, and found this beautiful house in a beautiful neighborhood and started a new process, and it was just amazing. So let's just take and go within in this moment and just start to build that vision for ourselves, for we know that God is good all the time. Mother Nature, life, energy, wind, it's all here for us. We open up our hearts, our minds, and our souls to this understanding. We are grateful for the community that we have, both here and in the broader community. We just know that this time together will bring about new insights, new senses of our own being and our own process and our own thoughts and life and unfolding. We are just grateful for this community. We are grateful for the unfolding, and we are grateful for whatever is coming to us on this divine path. And so we just give gratitude this moment, and we just let it be, and together we say, and so it is. And we're welcoming Zoe today, Xanafin, if I get it right. And we're just blessed by the music again to have you back with us. So welcome, Zoe.
Thank you. So this first song is an original of mine on exactly that topic, on having this beautiful vision that we are co-creating together. This is called The Land of the Living. In the land of the living, the people walk asleep, and the days are consumed, living someone else's dream. In this day of confusion, money trumps the laws that nature put in place to keep the balance strong. Love, love, love is the key to paradise. Love, love, love makes our dreams come alive. Dream, dream, dream of a land of love. Restore the balance of life. makes our dreams come alive, restore the balance of life. Hear the warnings of your mother, she's cried for you so long. Do you think you'll outsmart nature? She'll still be here when you're gone. Oh, my people, stop this chaos of self-inflicted death. Wake up from this nightmare and take a breath of love, love, love is the key to paradise. I said love, love, love makes our dreams come alive. Dream, dream, dream of the land of love. Restore the balance of life. You can sing along. Love, love, love is the key to paradise. Love, love, love makes our dreams come alive. Dream, dream, dream of a land of love. Restore the balance of life. Restore the balance of life. Restore the balance of life.
Namaste, beautiful souls. I am Minister Naila Anders, and today's readings is The Teachings of the Grass by Robin Wall. Excuse me, I'm a little nervous today. Get closer, okay. All right, so bear with me, it's been a minute. Okay, so today's reading is The Teachings of the Grass by Robin Wall Kimmerer, a Science of Mind's 2025 Spiritual Hero, featured on last month's magazine cover and author of our CSL 2026 Book of the Year. She's the author of Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants. Okay, so the Robin in this story is actually Robin Wall Kimmerer. So, Lena, the gray-haired elder, led Robin through the meadow in search of sweetgrass. It's our way, she said, to take only what we need. I've always been told that you never take more than half. After scattering a bit of tobacco onto the ground with her thanks, you know this, to always have a gift for the plants, to ask if we might take them. It would be rude not to ask first. Only then did she stoop and pinch off a grass stem at the base, careful not to disturb the roots. The most important thing was to remember what Lena's grandmother had always told her. If we use a plant respectfully, it will stay with us and flourish. If we ignore it, it will go away. If you don't give it, if you don't give it respect, it will leave us. This place always gives good sweetgrass since we tend to it right, but other places, it's getting hard to find. I'm thinking that they may not be picking right. Some people, they're in a hurry and pull up the whole plant. Even the roots come up. That's not the way I was taught. Robin had been with the pickers who did that, yanking up a handful that left a little bare spot in the earth. They too made offerings of tobacco and took only half, sure that their method of picking was the correct one. They were defensive about the charges that their harvesting was depleting the sweetgrass. Robin, the professor of botany, wanted to know which method was best for the sweetgrass population, a true joining of her Potawatomi upbringing and her academic career. She suggested this idea to her student, Laurie, for her thesis. The dean was skeptical that this could be a project of merit. Anyone knows that harvesting a plant will harm the population. You're only wasting your time, and I'm afraid I don't find this whole traditional knowledge thing very convincing. Laurie identified and marked off 3 strong patches of sweetgrass and carefully counted every stem. 1 patch would be harvested by pinching, 1 by pulling, and 1, the control, would be left completely alone. For 2 years, the patches were observed. They were harvested at the appropriate times, never more than half. And at the end of the experiment, Laurie counted 1 last time every single stem. Her statistical analysis were all sound and thorough, but she hardly needed the graphs to tell the story. From across the field, you could see the difference. Some plots green, shiny golden green, and some were dull and brown. The surprise was that the failing plots were not the harvested ones, as predicted, but the unharvested controls. The sweetgrass had not been picked or disturbed in any way, was choked and dead stems, while the harvested plots were thriving. Whether the sweetgrass had been pinched singly or pulled in a clump, the end result was nearly the same. It didn't seem to matter how the sweetgrass was harvested, only that it was. Laurie's findings might have been surprising to academic theologians. They were consistent with the theory voiced by ancestors. If we use the plant respectfully, it will stay and flourish. If we ignore it, it will go away. Thank you. I didn't faint.
Part of taking care of our planet is by remembering our humanity and remembering that we are all one. There are so many, there's a series of events that are happening around the country that break my heart, having grown up in similar circumstances to some of these friends of ours from other countries. And so I wrote this song about immigration, about moving, about the real sentiments of people and why they do the things that they do, that at the core, it's because we're trying to survive, to be human, to love, to find freedom. And so I hope that my prayer is that we've restored balance to our humanity, to seeing people as people and not products, to seeing people as human beings and not just numbers and statistics for an agenda. Sunset over cactus spines, golden sunset, leave it all behind on this desert night, fading out of sight, silent tears we cry as we march in line. Child, pay the price for a chance at life. Do you sacrifice survival bites? Live or die? How long must we face
embrace our fate, or roll the dice. Mírame, mi amor, no te pongas a llorar. En el río de tus sueños me encontrarás. We live the same breath, we die the same death. We live the same breath, we die the same death. We live the same breath, we die the same death. We live the same breath, we die the same death. We live. Is it wrong to long for what's inside on the other side of the borderline? Is it wrong to wish for a better life on the other side of the borderline? It could be your child on the other side. Not one single soul has ever chosen this fight. See the darling children, emancipate your mind. Hear the wailing mothers and liberate your eyes. How long must we face this fight? Embrace our fate, and roll the dice. Mírame, mi amor, no te pongas a llorar. En el río de tus sueños me encontrarás. Mírame, mi amor, no te pongas a llorar. En el río de tus sueños me encontrarás.
Thank you, Zoe. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I remember when she did that song the first time for us here. Thank you, Naila. That was great. That story, the teachings of the grass, I'm really building my talk around this morning. As you know, the Centers for Spiritual Living globally have a theme every year. Open at the top is the theme for 2026. This month's theme is Ancient Wisdom, New Thought. And as Reverend Naila said, the Robin Kimmerer was the hero of the year, and on the front of our 2025 magazine, and her book here, Braiding Sweetgrass, is the book that we're using as a guide for all our talks this year. And it was really profound for me. I'm going to make one tweak, though, as I almost always do, and I didn't use anything on the interior of the outline that they gave us. But the talk title is Cause and Effect in the Sweetgrass. And I'd like to amend that too, if I may, to being the cause of the effect. I see Reverend Emil got that right away. Oh yeah, yeah. So I don't need a show of hands, but you know in your heart, I'm just wondering how many of you are feeling active about your vision for 2026, like feeling that creative pull from the inside out into this new year. And what I'm going to propose is similar to what Richard started us out at. We don't have to wait. We can declare it now and act as if now we can be an active participant in that which we are creating now. We don't have to wait. And so that's what I'm imploring us to do. We've been well prepped, too, all of us. You know, we had the burning bowl to release everything that got in the way. We had visioning and white stones so that we could anchor in, catch, open ourselves to that vision, and then anchor it in that one word. And many of us last week chose again to enter higher realms of consciousness with our shamanic journey that we did after the service last week. So we've had a lot of invitation to let that within us stir, to start really germinating, because all great adventures begin in here, right? They begin in us. They begin in us. So this morning, we're going to take a look at that with science, neuroscience, and what Joe Dispenza calls quantum cause and effect. Quantum cause and effect. That is you causing an effect in your life instead of reacting to the effects in your life, but being the cause, being the cause. So I've got a great example for you. I didn't have to look far to have an example for us to work with this morning, and we are going to work with it this morning. I received a phone call Friday before last from our landlord here, informing us that we were no longer going to be able to meet here on Sunday mornings. And that will begin February 8th. If the room that we're moving to is ready. And where they propose that we move is into their bayfront room, which is where we began the last Sunday in January 7 years ago. So, does it feel like going backwards, a smaller room, not in the garden? There's a million things that are probably going through your mind right now. But while I was listening, I was very, very aware that what he was saying made a lot of sense for them. I completely understood what he was saying to me and why he was saying it. I completely got it. I hung up the phone very politely and started driving home. I had pulled over to have this conversation, and I started driving home, and immediately started the, oh my God, this is going to be terrible, and just as quick as that came on, it went away. It went away. I caught myself in the story that was beginning to play of how terrible it was. And I realized, which hopefully you've already tapped into, you know, because we've been announcing it in the announcements, that we also lost our space at the Tallywood Clubhouse where we were doing other events. So we were holding our movie night and meditation and concerts and the things that we do that are not on Sunday. So within 30 days, right? That, my dears, is time to listen. That is the time to be still and listen to what is trying to get our attention. To what is trying to get our attention. And as quickly as the story came, I shifted into gratitude for truly, and this is personal, I feel like my ministry has grown here. I mean, it has. My ministry has grown here. My feet have been planted in this garden, and I have been nurtured by it. Immensely so. Immensely so. And for me, it's sad to think about leaving. However, I know that we'll be just fine. I know we'll be just fine. So a beloved said this morning, I just love us. I love our community. We're so close-knit, and we're getting even more so, and it's just so cool how people help each other and everything. And yeah, that's who we are. It is very cool. So this is not to deny feelings, what I'm going to talk about this morning, but it is completely not to deny our creative power. That's what it's about, because we're in a place of creative brilliance right now. This is it. This is it. Ready, set, go. This is it for us. I'm consciously working on being the cause of what's next. Being the cause of what's next, and I want you to join me in that. So this morning we're going to play with a little trick, a little neuroscience trick, a little quantum physics trick, a little trick to convince our mind and thereby our body that we already have the success we want. Yeah? You willing to do that with me this morning? Yeah. Good. Look around. Even though it's blustery out there and it's a little rainy, that's kind of interesting, isn't it, given what I'm talking about? Yeah. Look at the beauty. Look at the beauty. Look at the beauty. Look at this wood ceiling and these beams. And we have been embraced by this for almost 7 years. Minus the little blip of COVID, right? Yeah. It feels good in this room, doesn't it? It's a good energy in this room. You've had a lot to do with that. Think about that. That you've had a lot to do with the energy in this room. What it feels like in here when people come in. We've done that. We've had a big part in that. And when I think back to when we were visioning in my living room, and I think back to the pictures we were seeing in our mind's eye and the feelings we were getting, it's this. That was this. We created this from then. Yeah. So those images that that we can create in our minds and the feelings that we can churn up, the emotions that we can churn up and embody, those become real. Those become real. And so here we are doing it. You feel good about that? You feel good about what we've created thus far? Yeah, I do. I feel really good about it. February 1st, we'll be in this room. Bobby and I are going to do a contemplative service, a meditative service. We will vision after the service so that we can really, use our pieces of paper and write and talk about it and really get engaged in it. But we don't have to wait to be excited about what's next. You with me? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. We don't have to wait. Yeah, we don't have to wait because it's here, right? It's unfolding right now. This excitement that you have in you right now, that's what we're creating from. So bring it up, right? Let me hear it again. Bring it up. Yeah. Yes. This is what we are creating from, my beloveds. That energy, that excitement, that vision. Cause and effect is not what will happen to us. It's about how life is going to respond to our participation. Yeah? Yes. Ernest Holmes, Joe Dispenza. This is what we're learning now, right? The moment you feel the love, the moment you feel the love, the moment you feel the wealth, the health, the brilliance, the dream that you want, the moment you are feeling it, you are connecting with your future. And you are creating your future. Yeah. So look, we're braiding together science and ancient wisdom and our dreams, the dreams of our heart. Sweetgrass, what Reverend Naila spoke about. Sweetgrass is about relationship, isn't it? Wasn't that the moral of the story there? It is about relationship, not a commodity. People are about relationships, not commodities. This is a brilliant, beautiful lesson for us to really get, for us to really grit. When sweetgrass is left alone, when it's untouched, it weakens. It weakens. It flourishes through respectful participation. We receive a bountiful harvest through our respect and our care. Yeah? It's a reciprocal relationship, which we know is what the universe offers us. But we have to participate in that. Otherwise, it becomes one-sided, right? So the new paradigm of cause and effect then is, cause is not about control, and effect is not a punishment or a reward. Cause and effect is a dynamic relationship that we are in, that we invest ourselves in. Your good mood, your positive outlook, that creates a chain of reaction, right? Life responds to how we engage with it. And again, it's not to belittle, I feel sad. And at the same time, I know I'm being offered an invitation. What am I going to do with it, right? What am I going to do with it? The garden club, this beautiful space that we love, the garden club has been the sweetgrass for our beloved community. Has it not? Yeah, it's been the sweetgrass for us. Yeah. There's beauty and abundance of nature, and we've grown within that. We have been nurtured. Not just me, all of us. All of us. And so that supportive reciprocal relationship we've in turn had with the Bay and the Garden Club. We've tithed to both of those communities throughout the time that we've been here. We've always been agreeable. I've been flexible. That's why we've moved to the Bayfront Room from time to time. if they needed this space for something. We've had a beautiful relationship. It's been a working relationship, what I would call a really beautiful relationship. So the author in our book talks about braiding 3 strands of sweetgrass: indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, and the wisdom within the plants. Now, Native Americans will also give other 3, mind, body, spirit, to this braid. Mind, body, spirit. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Are we weaving that together? Yesterday, today, and tomorrow we're weaving together. Love, peace, harmony, we weave together. I believe that we have been braiding gratitude and stewardship and respect for what's been offered since the day we walked in these doors. Yeah. We've taken care of this space well. For almost 7 years, this relationship has really thrived. Yeah. And so now, like Sweetgrass, this season here in this room is complete. And not because of some failure, but because we're being called to grow. I'm so clear about that. I'm so clear about that. Yeah. I can't miss the synchronicity with this in Tallywood. So it's time to cause and effect. It's time to cause and effect. It's time to answer the invitation, not an eviction. It's an invitation to expand. I believe wholeheartedly we're being invited to expand what we are offering, what we are doing, how we're showing up in the world. And at every moment, I like to say this, we're at a point of choice. We're at a point of choice. So quantum cause and effect, then, is not that we're at the mercy of conditions. We're not at the mercy or in a place of reaction. We're at the place of cause, right? So the old paradigm might sound like, what's happening to us? Oh my God, we lost 2 places. What's happening? Chicken Little, the sky is falling, and all of that. Whereas the new paradigm, the quantum paradigm, is who are we being in response to what is happening, and what future does that state create? We get to decide. I mean, that's so empowering and so exciting to me. We get to decide. We get to decide. If we meet the change with fear, we're going to reinforce more scarcity or lack or imposition or, that kind of thing, not having a place, whatever, fear. If we meet it with resentment, we're just rehearsing, resentment in the story, we're rehearsing more negativity, more contraction, right? Not expansion. If we stay in grief alone, that I'm never going to have that feeling, then we linger in the ending and don't find the beginning. But if we meet it with gratitude for what has been, consciously opening to the highest possibilities that there are for us, that's a place of emotional coherence, a place of true alignment, steeped in peace and aligned with growth and possibility. It's being poised for success. It's being in a place of poise for success, yeah? We become the cause, and life recognizes it accordingly. Yeah, I love it. Look, gratitude is a causal force. It's a beautiful, beautiful force. Gratitude. Our gratitude for this space is not just mere sentimentality. It is spiritual intelligence. I really hope you hear that, and I hope you own that with me. Yeah, this is what we're called to do, is to be in that space, to be in a place of gratitude and be open. So we can complete this cycle cleanly, right? With clarity and honor the relationship. You know, we're going to continue to have a relationship over in the Bayfront room. And it also prevents us from clinging to things, having attachments that would be unhealthy for us, right? So in Sweetgrass terms, gratitude gives us that bountiful harvest without destroying the field, you know? Yeah, I love that. So forget about square footages and no view of the garden. Ask how do we participate now? Who do we become? What inner position must we have in order to establish a cause for what we want to come next? What is that inner feeling tone? What is the emotion? What's the feelings that we want to embody? Sweetgrass teaches us that thriving requires participation. Science teaches us that participation begins within. So today, as a community, we are being invited to choose how we will participate with what comes next. Yeah. A smaller room does not mean a smaller vision. I'm saying that as much for myself as anyone that needs to hear it. A smaller room does not mean a smaller vision. Unless, of course, we decide that it does, and I won't do that. Yeah? So Spirit's not limited by the walls. It's not contained by any structure, but it is responsive to consciousness. So I have a personal note then to each one of you. Think back to the burning bowl and to the vision that you were entertaining for yourself for this year. And I want you to ask yourself these questions. How am I participating emotionally with what I've released? Or what maybe I still need to release? How am I participating emotionally with that? And how am I participating emotionally with what it is that I'm visioning, that I want to create? What emotional stance am I choosing as I step forward this year? Ask yourself if you're living in a place of trust or fear. Are you living from gratitude? Are you reliving from curiosity or resistance? Because your emotions are a signal to the universe, to what you want and to what you're available to. What you're available to. Yeah. So your responsibility is not to the conditions. It's not to the landlords or the timing of the move or anything else that you're dealing with, but to your conscious participation with life. So may it be joyfully abundant. Thank you.
This next piece is an ode to my great-great-grandmother, who did healing circles for women in her community in central Mexico. And I think the message of it is universal in that we are here to honor our ancestors by returning to peace, to love. No matter what is going on in the world today, we have a choice to co-create that beautiful vision that they had, and we can continue. Turn back the hand of the grandmother clock through the portal of my memories. Listen to the howling of wind through the canyons down the road that will bring you to me. Abuelita, ya no llores. Please don't cry, Mama. Abuelita, ya te escucho. There's no place to run. I'll carry on the spells that healed your broken heart. Bury the wretched fables that tear us all apart. An altar for the secrets of all that you lost. In my heart, you're still living. I remember you with love. For the women that never had voices, but found methods where they could be heard. For the women that suffered in silence, but knew how to let go of their heart.
that healed your broken heart. Bury those wretched fables that tear us all apart. And I'll tell for the secrets of all that you lost. In my heart you're still living. I remember you with love. For the women that never had voices, but found methods where they could be heard. For the women that suffered in silence, but knew how to let go of their hurt.
Thank you, Zoe. That was so beautiful. And with the wind in the background, it was so transporting. I was just, between the music and the wind, it was just amazing synchronicity. So this is our time for our tithes and offerings, and one of my favorite times because this reminds me of how I am in the universe and how I hold vision and how I, in my own way with money, create what I want in my life. So this is a time for us to give back to our community, and I am sure you are spiritually fed today. So we are blessed by that. So if you'll just take your tithe and put it close to your heart, and for those online, there'll be multiple methods scrolling. And we just know that this tithe and offering is a way for us to participate in abundance. We know that from the abundance of the world, it is available right here, right now, at all times, in all situations. We open up our hearts and our wallets and our checkbooks to this knowingness. And we just know that it comes from unexpected ways. And we are blessed by it, and we bless the world in turn. And we just allow it to magnify and multiply. So we just give gratitude and thanks for being in the flow. And we just release these words to the Almighty that always says yes. And together we say, and so it is.
I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy, pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy, pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
Yeehaw. All right, and now Lisa has some announcements for us.
Good morning, good morning. So we have changes happening, right? All good stuff? It's all good stuff. So this is also more good stuff, okay? So any people that are here, first-timers? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so happy that you joined us today. Please stay afterwards and have some refreshments with us. Introduce yourself to Reverend Theresa. Also see one of the greeters or myself or Angelica. We have a free gift for you and everything. So please, we're so happy that you're here with us. The newsletter We always talk about the newsletter. Only comes out once a week, filled with all the stuff. Please sign up for it. It will keep you posted on what's happening every week, okay? Sign up for it at the table. Of course, the table's also full of everything too. Sign up for everything. Our ongoing events is that every Wednesday at 7 p.m. we have Spiritual Living Circle with Jim Grove, and that's a Zoom event, so just sign up for it. He'll send you the link. Wonderful way to talk about one of the topics, one of the articles in the Science of Mind magazine. So it's great way to connect, great conversation, a midweek pick-me-up. It's always wonderful. And then on Friday evenings at 7 p.m. with Reverend Diana Escobar, who is not here today, is the Heart, Mind, Spirit Recovery meetings. That's hybrid, in person and online. Sign up for it over there. And let's see, our practitioner for the day is Richard, wherever he went. There he is. And so please meet him over here at the screen for if you want a little bit of spiritual mind treatment with someone, just to hold space with you. If you want to leave a prayer request, please, it's over there, also on the website. So let us know how we can help you and support you. On the 31st of this month, we have the David Roth concert. Did anybody go to that last year? Oh my goodness, it is just fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. We're doing it in conjunction with Sarasota Center of Light on Tuttle. So please, once again, sign up for this, okay? On the newsletter, at the table, on the website, all of these things. So that is... No sign up. Oh, yeah. Please, please, please. Everybody sign up so that we can show our support, okay? Because he's fabulous and he's hysterical. So wonderful. And then I want to remind you that we also have the celebration of life for Charles Johnson. And Pat is saying, please, please stay and, enjoy this and celebrate him all here. And afterwards, it's at 12:30 afterwards here. And I'm not sure. I think that's kind of it. Not a lot of things. I do want to say something. We still are looking for a place for our Metaphysics and Other Neat Stuff video night. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And otherwise, everything is signed up on the table. Stay with us for coffee and conversation. It will be a little shorter because of the celebration of life, but please stay and mingle with everybody. And Zoe, one last song, and thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Embodiment is truly the way to our visions. So I hope that if you feel so inspired, you'll join me for the chorus on this original here. The chorus is take a little time for the things that make your heart swell. Take a little time on the days you're going nowhere. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm inside. Everybody needs a little loving. Everybody needs a little cheer. Everybody's tired of all the suffering. We're all just trying to hide away our fear. Ooh. Everybody needs a little healing. Oh, everybody needs someone who cares. Oh, everybody needs a
much to bear. Chasing after moments when we get to be ourselves, hoping for a chance to simply breathe. I said take a little time for the things that make your heart swell. Take a little time on the days you're going nowhere. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm deep inside. Here we go again. Take a little time for the things that make your heart swell. Take a little time on the days you're going nowhere. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm deep inside. Ooh, trying every secret to make it to our dreams, losing hope that one day we'll be free. I said take a little time for the things that make your heart swell. Take a little time on the days you're going nowhere. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm deep inside. Ooh, honey, dance to the music. Baby, dance to the music. Honey, dance to the music, and you'll feel a little better. Oh, take a little time for the things that make your heart swell. Take a little time on the days you're going nowhere. And close your eyes and feel the rhythm deep inside. One more time. I said take a little time for the things that make your heart swell. Take a little time on the days you're going nowhere. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm deep inside. Close your eyes and feel the rhythm deep inside. I said close your